Yeti. Hello? Testing. Hello? There it is! Testing. There it is. I got it. There it is. I got it. Jeez Louise, man. Driving me nuts! How would I feel if somebody showed up and was like, "Oh man, Will's drawing X-Men? I'll go look. He's commented on this dude." You know? He's like, "Hey, I'm a chill dude. You should come fucking watch me draw X-Men and shit." You know? Alright. We're back at the Will Studios. I was fucking muted for the first 10 minutes. Let me turn my fucking gain down. Jeez Louise, man. How long was I, like, panicking and trying to figure out what the fuck was wrong? Hold on, I need some goddamn copyright-free music to make me feel better. Where you at, Nightfall? Loud tonight. It's just screaming fuck over and over. Jesus. Is saying the F word gonna get me? I'll find out. Alright, we're drawing X-Men. Finally. Here we go. For the love of the game! Streaming for 0 viewers. Man, last time I was working on this, I was trying to figure out where on earth I was going to put Beast, and I ended up with him being all small right here in the background. I'm like, he's got to be a little bit bigger, right? Let's rotate him. Well, freaking, I'm redrawing all this, obviously. Like, I just can't stand it. I used to rock climb, they'd put music on like that. Drive me nuts. What is spinning head? What do you got? Gavidian? Gividon? Gividi? Whatever. Let's get to work. You know? Because I'm all that matters. Okay? That should be everyone's fucking attitude. And I know, like, I was muted earlier when I was talking about this statistical zero guy. He, you know, he seems like a chill bro. You know what I mean? And I could use a co-host. And I could just do most of the talking. And he can, fucking say whatever. I've never seen him speak. I've never seen him on stream. But I welcome fellow artists into the fold and on the ground floor, frankly, because you can't be more ground floor than zero. You know what I'm saying? And I think I am perfectly capable of offering a safe space, free of drama. You know what? I'm going to do that too. I'm going to post streaming tonight. sure I keep that fucking screen active. Hold on there. Alright. Movie. Post that. Let's see if any of my 8 active Twitter followers actually see that message. You know what? Should I put it on Facebook? Or do I want any of the people who actually know me in real life to be here? Who knows? Here. Let's just draw the fucking X-Men. How's that? And stop using the damn F word. It's gonna get me freaking... I mean, I'm not monetized, but... My channel is a safe space for all artists. I feel like I can talk to anybody. You know what I mean? Hopefully somebody comes by and makes my stream more interesting. Thanks, buddy. Dude, he retweeted me. What a fucking guy. Or retweet. Thanks. Have a great night. Oh, man. What if I get 2 viewers tonight? What if I get 3 viewers tonight? Good thing I'm off tomorrow. I might just be up all night. Alright, we're gonna fix this fucking mess. Alright? I'd like to think I got a lot better over the years. What is... I'm still playing something. Alright. Is this pretty much how we want them to be set up? Or should we... Here, let's do this. First of all, let's increase my canvas size, because I think I've learned a little bit more about how... Let's see. I only need, like, 2 layers. You know what I mean? Let's do like that. Let's make it freaking huge. And I want to actually give it a background, you know. And this will free me up to do something else with Beast. So, let's just treat this like a somewhat brand new drawing. How big is my paintbrush right now? That's not what I want anyway. So, got Scott right there. I want to bring his elbow up. His arm is pretty good the way I had it. Let's say there's Here's where his knees are. It's like one head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's good. I like Wolverine being close to the camera. But is this like... How should Wolverine be standing? One thing I will say, because okay, so Statistical Zero was saying that he didn't have it in him to stream. He feels like that time is better spent practicing, and he ain't wrong. And I think that artists, we live in this kind of fucked up time where you got to be able to market. You got to be a marketer too. You got to be able to market yourself, right? And to do that, you have to, I mean, according to the blueprint set forth by a bunch of people who do very well in this space, you should be making content to get an audience that you can sell to, and you got to be out there to promote your book all the time, because every time you make a video, you could be reaching like 1 or 2 brand new people who never knew you before. And so like for instance, once I release the book, the name of the book is Release. Once I release, once people get release and they understand how important it is, more and more people are going to get it all the time, because I'm going to have to keep producing videos and putting content out there. But I gotta spend... I mean, how long is it realistically going to take me to like really learn some video editing? I'm so stubborn. I'm so mentally stubborn when it comes to like... Because I'm... Once again, it's like I'd rather spend time drawing. Anytime I'm like, man, I should take like 2 hours and teach myself how to use this DaVinci Resolve program that I had downloaded. And as I'm talking myself into doing that so that I can produce actual YouTube videos, like if I have opinions on shit like Superman trailers or whatever, or Star Wars coming out or anything, but you gotta have an intro, you know. You gotta at least be able to do that. And retards do it all the time. Why can't I? And it really does baffle me. I baffle myself, and then I go back to drawing. You know. But I have become better at drawing in the meantime, which is good. I feel like I got a pretty good grasp on a lot of things. You know, a lot of key things. There's gaps. Obviously, there's gaps. I'm not... I mean, I'm practically there. Once I get some things figured out. Did I like this rogue pose? No. I don't like that rogue pose. I don't like it at all. You seen this? Rogue should have her arm... Okay, everybody's looking this way, right? We're all... You know, it's kind of like the... we're doing like a classic cover post or whatever. It's X-Men versus something. You know? Let's move Wolverine's fists a bit. I don't You know what? Fuck it. Well, no. Hold on a second. Alright, so he'll have his claws like either crossed in front of him, or he'll have one down, because that way I won't have to draw that part of the kneecap, right? And instead of being like totally hunched over, he's like more semi-crouched. Oh, I got a viewer! Delay, hold on a second. I seem a little quiet. Oh, wait, hold on a second. How about now? Is that better? Or worse? Where am I at? Are you still here? Ah. Alright, let me try to fix this. Because everything... Hold on a second. You know, output. I'm so technically retarded. I'll be honest. Everything's set to 100. How about now? I'm just turning the gain up at this point. Dale, I'm counting on you. Alright, that's a little better. I might need to invest in a new microphone. I got this. Am I back? I think I'm back. I do have one on my webcam, but I don't think it's active. I'm using this Blue Yeti one down here that I got for like 20 bucks. Do I need to upgrade my equipment? I think that's the answer personally, but can you hear all that? Let's see if it's selected. Says my device is the microphone. It's like half volume. If I turn the actual volume up, does that work? Does that actually have an effect on the input? Sorry I'm using you for freaking tech support here, Dale. Fuck. So I'll turn that down. I could turn the gain like all the way up. Does this do something? There's like another switch down here that points at different symbols, but I'm not sure what the deal is there. Hello? 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 Damn it. I just don't get it. Because, yeah, my little mixer thing, the mic goes all the way up into the red. Oh well, let's just draw the X-Men, I guess. I'm going to Micro Center tomorrow. That's it. I'll ask Grok what mic I should get. Welcome, I'm just drawing the X-Men. God damn, now I'm like... I gotta turn my own microphone way down. Because I turned my gain all the way up trying to conquer this shit. Anyway. I'll take requests from the chat if anybody wants me to add anybody, or I'm just kind of going back to old artwork that I started and stopped from ages ago. Because I was trying to make this X-Men cover. I'm making it a bit bigger now. I want to have Rogue like charging, so I gotta put her like back here. I'm just using Procreate. The Rogue... It's gonna be... I'm actually gonna like... really like box it out a little bit. I don't want any of her legs to be obscured by Wolverine, so I'll move him in a second. And I'll have her upper torso more facing towards the camera. And then do some like foreshortening on her arm here. But then what do you do with the other arm? And that, you know, over here I just sort of put it out to the side. She was kind of flying casual in this first picture, which is dumb. It's not dynamic, it's not fun, you know. Like, what's she doing here? What's she even looking at? It's ridiculous. Should it just be coming out here like that? Alright. Size her up a little better. She's supposed to be behind people after all. I'll put her like that. That way she's like behind and above Cyclops a little bit. That'll be good. Give her nice fluffy hair coming out. I'm just roughing in what the new composition's going to be, pretty much. I'm going to keep Gambit pretty much the same. I want to put him on rubble, obviously, because but this is kind of how I've been laying out pictures lately. It's just sort of real loose with the paintbrush, and that way I can drop in shadows more easily. Is Beast here? Or who's going here? Let's do this. We could put Storm back here, right? But who's going to be here? Who could be here? You know, I could add some terrain back here if I want to, like, put them on a pedestal. Maybe use it to, like, frame Cyclops here. You know what I'm saying? And we'll just put, like, a cool sky, like, clouds in the background behind Rogue up here. Alright. Let's go over here to Gambit. I'm going to try to calm my nerves because I got two real life people watching me. Gambit has a really cool jacket. I don't know how many of the two of you know who Gambit is. I'm going to ignore his hand right here and just focus on where the hell this jacket's going to start. And I'm not going to look up any references while I'm doing this picture because it's just for me, you know? And I'm just kind of going to make fabric-y, bunchy lines to frame it out. I'm going to be like, okay, his cuff's going to hang down a little bit. So you can see a little bit of his wrist cocked there. And this part always makes me think. And someday I'll be able to just whip out that fold. Should it just be like that? Or should it be like facing towards the camera? That's like the dilemma for me. Like cinematically, okay, let's do this. Let's make it come out like that. You know? And so... And if I hate it later, I'll change it. Because we're not about wasting time. Okay? We're about producing work. Should I just scream? Does that help the volume? Should I just be projecting into the microphone? Is my problem that there's sleeping babies upstairs? If the chat says that I'm coming in more clear like this, just talking like this, then I'll talk like this until my wife comes down to stop me. Honey, we were sleeping. It's 11 o'clock at night. You need to see some of Gambit's abs, or what's the point of Gambit? You know? So then he's got the one leg coming out. And is this leg going to be covered partially by trench coat? Yeah, it'll... Or no. But the trench coat, you wouldn't want that. You'd want it to come down at the hip so that you can see that sweet quad. Gambit's quads have probably sold more comic books than, like, most characters. I remember, like, as a kid, like, my older brother always got to pick the cool characters to be, you know what I mean? So then I was stuck with Cyclops, which, you know, Cyclops is a cool character. Don't get me... I mean, they're all cool, right? But Gambit's cool as shit. He was like, I call Gambit, and then my other brother's like, I'm Wolverine, obviously, and I'm like, Jesus Christ. I'm Cyclops. Meanwhile, they're like throwing cards and like, jumping around. It's like, why aren't you guys reacting to my eye laser? You missed. You missed me with your eye lasers. I didn't miss you with my eye lasers. I'm Cyclops. Where's this knee pointed? He always had sweet boots, too. Gambit had those metal boots. Draw a long stream at the Will Studios. Alright. I don't know if anyone's actually drawn along. I didn't invite people to do that. I don't know. I don't know nothing about anybody who's watching. I usually get my buddy Matt swinging through, who I've known since I was in like middle school. Or Dave Brink showed up a couple of times. Because we, like, talked about YouTube for a second on Twitter. And I'm like, yeah, you should follow me. I'm like, sure, buddy. Sure, little guy. I'll follow you, little buddy. I'll watch you mess up Gambit's, freaking foot. Like, well, there's the initial underdrawing, and then there's the new underdrawing, where I do all my scribbles. And I figure out how someone's body fits together. Sexily. You know what, though, speaking of... Gambit should be standing more sexily. He should have his hips like that. He should have that wide stance. He should be leaning in to that other knee. Then we can see some tendon action. Oh yeah, that looks better, I think. Perfect. It's perfect. Make his penis larger. No, he's about to battle. He's about to battle. You know, they say the statue of David. Oh. Well, my phone's letting me know that someone hearted something. Anyway, what I was saying, the statue of David, he has the small peepee because he is about to fight a giant. He's scared shitless right now. Because what if he slings that arrow and the giant goes... Or not the arrow, the fucking rock. Or the rock. If he slings that rock and the giant's like, ugh. And then it's the mountain versus child. Essentially. How tall was David? What was David's stats? What was his reach? Because he was a grown... How old was he? Teenager? I don't know anything. Anyway, this allows us, once again, to put Gambit's quads out there. And let's, like, build the calf up from that tibialis muscle there. And then he can have some nice skinny ankles. His ankles can really offset the whole team. You know? Because Wolverine's going to come in with, like, real thick ankles. And then Cyclops, you know, he's as classic as you can get when it comes to ankles, when it comes to just about anything, you know? And Gambit's that lean guy. He's that lean Cajun guy. Come in and black this out later. And, well, do I have to come in and black that later? Can I just do it right now? If anyone's paying attention in the chat, should I move on and frame out somebody else, or should I, like, finish Gambit before moving on? When I was a kid, I used to get comic books from two places. I get it at the, like, flea market in town, and I would get it, from Walmart. I would get, like, packs of comics from Walmart. And I loved when I could get an X-Men comic. Especially, like, we're watching the TV show. I pretty much learned how to read because of X-Men. Gambit just gonna have his mouth closed. Like that. I guess I'll just do whatever I want. Nobody has any opinions? That's fine. I'm not going to force you guys to have an opinion. Look. I appreciate that you're here. It's a real confidence booster. Although I know that number's not going to change for, like, what, 5 minutes after people leave? But Statistical Zero, how many followers has he got? And he retweeted me. He's more popular than me. He's got 1,500 followers. I think I got like 60 followers personally. If you want to follow me on Twitter, I'd appreciate it. I don't post much yet. Drawing the top of somebody's head is always tough. For me, anyway. So I'm going to try thinking, like, what do I want the back of his head to look like? Because that way I'm coming at it from 2 angles. And that might solve my problem. Whatever path gives you the least amount of hesitation is a philosophy that I just came up with. And it sounds cool. I think it sounds pretty cool. Jack Kirby drew 12 comic books in a week. In a week! You can't even draw Gambit's hair right. His head's too tall. Oop. That's too much. Took a little too much off. Top of his head. Right? Because, okay, his head is facing that direction. Right? Or is it like that direction? And so, yeah, the top of his head should be like there. And his hair's not that puffy. Right? There we go. That shape looks better. I think that shape looks adequate. It's a good shape. It's a good shape. I'm a good barber. Where's my music? That was it? 7 seconds? Jesus. Yeah. Do I have other music to get me in the drawing mood? Yes, but I don't want to get my channel taken down. Gotta figure that out. Gambit's got like a collar on him, because then he's got what's up with the designs on Gambit's thing? Do they just cross like down this way? Or is it like a star? I'm not looking any of this up. Shadows here, shadows there. That's going to be like practically black. Let's give that like a little... Do I want a little outline there? Nah. What was the deal with that thing on top of his head? Like, does that ever come up? I didn't read, like, all of X-Men. I'm not a lore master. But what... I remember there's a 5-sided shape. Pentagon. There's a home plate. There's like a home plate on his forehead. Is it just a design? there. Give him an earlobe. How long is his fingers? Is that too long? It's a little too long. It's a little too big on the fingers. Fingers gotta be... what, like that? Or am I giving him stubby fingers? Let's make it a little longer than that. It looks like he's flipping off the camera. If I'm throwing a card, how am I? Because people usually do this, right? When they're drawing gambit, or am I wrong? Should it be just a little bit bent? And then tilt the card. Maybe? Or should I give him the whole deck? Should I have him like fanning the whole deck? That could look cooler. Instead of charging one card. So then you bring the pinky all the way down here, right? Am I making too much work for myself with that? Nah, one card. Unless I get... oh, I'm down to 0 viewers. Hey, we had our highs, we had our lows, we did it for almost an hour, we played around, you know, drawing gambit. Should I keep drawing? I'll take a break. I'll take a 0 viewers break.
In various angles of view. How to draw children's portraits.
I'm getting a new mic. Soon. Very soon. I'll cut it off there. I am tempted to try and get more viewers. Nah, whatever. I was thinking, okay, if I stay on, maybe 1 or 2 more people will drop by, but I'll call it a night. Thanks for joining me here at the Will Studios, Dale A. and Mystery Person.